And now the demo of new quant method from PCDL. Let's start the demo with the QTOF flavor of Quant My Way. We'll just use it in the default fashion here. Let's create a new batch, and I'm going to use the shipping data in QTOF forensic tox AutoMSM as positive, and I'm going to call this new quant method from PCDL demo. I am going to create that new batch right now, and it will ask me about the sample. There's one sample that's there, and I will load that sample. I'm going to restore default columns, and then I'm going to change the sample type. I only have one sample, so I want it to be a sample. Now for the fun stuff. I'm going to go new method from file. That's going to be a PCDL file. So I'm going to go to this directory, which is on the shipping D drive, and I am going to get the forensic tox submix as a smaller example of a PCDL library. And with that, I'm going to make some choices. I'm going to use all of the compounds. I could bring the compound list in from an external file, like a CSV file. For spectra, there's two ways. There's to create the target for every spectrum in the library. That's one way. Or the way I'm going to do it is to pick the ions from multiple spectra, because there are multiple spectra in PCDL library. Target ion, I'm just going to use the weighted approach. There's a couple other choices. And there is no RT calibration here. I am going to exercise updating retention times from the sample data. Now that's the same data file that I brought along. I will just try to get qualifiers, 2 qualifiers to add if I can. I run that algorithm and it creates for me a set of target compounds. So if I breeze through these target compounds, you can see it's used the library to find out where these are and give them retention times. So for example, here's PCB, and there are the qualifiers right there at that retention time in this batch. Here are all the targets from the PCDL library that were found. I might suggest you consider an ISTD relative quantitation. You could set that relative relationship up here and give the ISTD a concentration. Turn that on in the globals, here relative ISTD. That's one way to do it. But instead, I'm going to play a trick. I'm going to use the tools actions here, and I'm going to put a dummy calibration curve in for all of these. It's just a 1 point. The response and the final concentration will be the same number. So here we go. So let's exit here and apply this method to this batch. And you can see I've got the final concentration, same as the areas for each of these compounds found in this particular sample. I can look through them here, and I can see for any of these, the let's say PCP, I can see the target and the associated qualifier. Thanks for your attention.